All right, so welcome back to our real update here in the 2014 Hyundai Elantra Coupe. Now, we looked at this vehicle last model year and we decided that for this review, we didn't want to rehash all of our real video thoughts in perspective, because you can still check that video out and the basis of this car is pretty much the same. The thing that you want to know for 2014 is what has changed. Why would I want to look at a 2014? Maybe you have a 2011 and you're looking to trade up, or maybe you have a sedan and you're looking at the coupe, or perhaps you're just interested to know what our thoughts are on the 14 model. Well, from a general perspective, everything about this vehicle that we felt last time pretty much remains true. It's still a well-priced vehicle. It has good flexibility in what you can get for your money. We have the nice trim package here that has the dual interior tonnage, and to be honest, one of the big changes for 14 is that the model packages are not as plentiful. They've pretty much come down to a basic package on the coupe. So for almost $25,000 here, you've got your navigation, you've got your Steptronic transmission here, you've got steering wheel controls, satellite radio. You don't have climate control in this model, but you do have the leather-like seating with the heated seats and a 2-stage heated seat. So you have a lot of value in this vehicle. The Active Eco feature to help you get better fuel economy. But the big thing, the biggest difference, and you'll notice this if you drove one back to back like we tend to, this vehicle feels like it has more power, and it's not just a notion, it is actually a true event. From the previous model year, we have the new 2-liter engine in this vehicle. So that means that we do not have the 1.8 liter that pretty much Hyundai has been using for quite a while. We had a Hyundai Elantra in the family from 2002 that had a 1.8 liter, and it was generally right about that 148 horsepower. Now we have the 2-liter, and it has gained some 25 or so horsepower, putting it right up at 173 horsepower coming from the 2-liter. Now, the fuel economy is another point in here, and we'll flash those numbers up on the screen, but you're going to find with the Active Eco feature that you might even see a mile per gallon or so better if you're using the Active Eco feature. And remember, the Active Eco feature, they don't test in the EPA tests really, because it is really down to how you drive and if you are willing to use it, and use it in a economical manner. So from that point, how it works is that it dumbs down the input curve on the accelerator until you get to a certain spot in pressing on the pedal there. You got to watch these rabbits out here near Real Auto Ranch. They like to jump in front of the cars. But going back to the the Active Eco feature, what it does is it basically allows you to accelerate more economically by not changing how hard you're pressing on the accelerator, but changing how much input that's giving through the throttle position sensor and all of those computer systems under the hood. And then if you really need power and you really jump onto the throttle, it kicks you down and it gives you that passing power that you need, that emergency maneuver power that you might need. And so that's one of those things where you don't have to sacrifice performance for fuel economy by using some of these features, and they have it in most of the vehicles today. They definitely have it in the Toyota brand. The Kia brand is going to have a similar, almost identical feature to the Hyundai, being from the same basic company. And we like these features, and it gives you this different perspective on this car. In fact, with the changes for 2014, you also have a slightly stiffer suspension, so you can see Hyundai trying to move this coupe to a little bit more sporty perspective than it may have had in the previous model years. And that is a neat, or at least an interesting thing, because I think also by taking the packages down, what you're seeing is that they're right right-sizing this vehicle for what we call the take rate on the vehicle for what people are actually buying, so that they're producing the type of vehicle that the majority of people want to buy. Now, that does mean that there are less options and less flexibility in the model for those who want exactly the options they want and exactly the car set up the way they want it set up exactly the way they want it. But remember, these bigger car companies like Hyundai, like Ford, like Toyota, Chevrolet, General Motors, I should say, they have to sell vehicles based on volume. They're not like a Jaguar, where they are selling a premium high-end car at a lower volume. That's also the way supercar manufacturers work, like Ferrari and Lamborghini and even Bentley and Rolls-Royce and those type of vehicles. So with those high-end vehicles, you don't really have to sell as many to make a profit, and that's why they have higher prices but lower volumes, unlike Hyundai here, where they're really intending to sell to the general population, the masses, those who want to buy a vehicle but don't really want to pay their life savings for it, and they still want to get a lot of value for their money. That it's important. Not everybody's a car enthusiast. I mean, I certainly am, but I certainly don't want to pay $100,000 for a car. If someone wanted to give me a $100,000 car, I'm not going to turn them down, and I'm sure most people wouldn't. But this Hyundai Elantra has nice features and good updates for 2014. In fact, one of the other ones I'd like to mention is the navigation entertainment system, and the Blue Link has also been refined for 2014. So you're going to notice that it operates a little bit smoother, and that the whole vehicle is continuing to progress. Now, generally, the Elantra Coupe is going to be a lower buy rate from consumers such as yourself than the sedan. So if you're wondering if all of this applies across the board, well, yes, generally the Elantra Coupe is pretty much identical in its 2-door and 4-door skins. You will notice that the back seat room is good in this coupe, but it's going to be a lot easier to get into in the sedan. You're also going to probably notice that the suspension is slightly different in the Elantra. Some people are very discerning about those ride quality type of things. Others may not so much. And so remember that this coupe is on a sportier air. You're also going to see more package delineation in the 4-door Elantra. So in the regular sedan, you're going to have more range of how much you can option it up or down. This vehicle being almost $25,000 is tested. So that's really the update on this vehicle. We hope that it has been informative, and we'll have more videos coming down the pipe at you, more down the road, and we hope that you'll come back and join us as we look at vehicles, and be on the lookout for some new stuff from Real Auto Reports, including some used car musings and reports and discussions about value and what you should be looking for in buying cars, because our aim here is total auto enthusiasts with real kind of passion for these cars is to give you the real scoop, and hope that it really changes your life in some good way. So come back and join us, and until then, I'm Jonathan McGrew. This is Real Auto Reports right here from Real Auto Ranch, and we'll see you down the road.